Goalpost. And you know what's funny? You want to talk about the community.
Yeah.
Rainbow community. Bro, you know how much they have sex? Dude, the average one has like 10,000, some crazy like that, like 500.
It makes me think that their community is like centered around that.
It is. Like, first off, like I said before, we're the ones that are in the closet today, okay? We're the ones that can't express our sexual wants or sexual needs. But everybody else is free to.
Right.
So everybody else is free to say whatever they want to say about what it is they want. But the minute that I come out and say something, I'm fat phobic, right? Like, and think about it. Why are all these phobias and isms designed towards men's sexual needs?
And on top of that, I don't like the word like phobia getting thrown because it's not a fear.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not afraid.
I just think it's disgusting.
Just don't prefer that. Like, I don't have a mustard phobia because I don't want mustard on my sandwich.
Mayonnaise phobia, yeah.
Yeah, like I just don't prefer mayonnaise.
Yeah, I think it's disgusting. I mean, like so.
We inflate a lot of words to try to put everybody under the same umbrella of like being like prejudice.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I said,
because calling people that has power now the minute that doesn't have power, sorry about that. The minute that doesn't have power, the minute that, you know what I call it? I call it crying to the ref. You know, and it's funny because that even from minorities, that's what weakened black people because the ref started giving you what you want. The ref's not always going to be there.
Not only that, what weakened black people was the sexual access to the other side, to white women.
You think so? Huh?
And the reason why I say that because a lot of these civil rights
men don't have a choice.
What I'm saying is when it was segregated, like black men had to be with black women. Like
this is true.
That's what you had to do. It wasn't a lot of degrading black women because no matter what spectrum you fell in blackness, that's what you had to do.
Yeah.
But because it was so many Martin Luther Kings or James Browns, guys who were pro-black in public, but was sleeping with Snow in private.
Yeah,
when it was time to go,
and then what's the Harry Belafonte?
Right, they wanted Quincy Jones, like they wanted to fight for desegregation, not because they wanted equal opportunity. Because if you can have your own restaurant and I can have my own restaurant, we have equal opportunity.
Yeah,
in some form. In some form,
true. This is true.
Not all the way, but in some form. If we're both, even though we're segregated, if I have my own movie theaters, restaurants, bus stations, radio stations, there's an equal opportunity aspect there. But once we integrate, you're already integrated with people who own the monopoly board. So you're not really integrating. You're just giving up everything you have to go under the same house.
I never looked at it like that, but that is definitely true.
You feel what I'm saying? So once you do that, and what was the purpose of this? Access to white people. Like these black men wanted to be with white women and not get lynched for it. Because when you look at the late 60s and the early 70s, it was an explosion of this free love and an explosion of these biracial couples. And what I'm saying is, that didn't
They
progress.
made some very attractive women, by the way.
Of course.
We got to get on that.
Of course, but that didn't push forward any black movement. Like desegregation didn't give anything but sexual access.
Well, free love eliminates the nuclear family, right? It eliminates the need for, I mean, like literally, like when you look at, we go back to segregation and we look at how much black men were married at that point compared to where they are today.
Yeah.
There's definitely a difference with that.
Now, that's a fact. But that's my main thing about when everyone talks about desegregation and what people fought for. Bro, you didn't fight for equal rights because you had a form of that by having your own business. I
never looked at it like
for
that.
Sexual access.
You definitely make a point with
because
that.
we look at all prominent black men.
What about
from
access to wigs and weaves?
See, now that is a conversation that I feel like during the late 80s and early 90s with the influx of the Asian community and their resources, like even in the late 90s.
Do you think weaves are worse than crack? Do you think like after the crack epidemic, this was like, okay, boom, we got rid of the crack epidemic. And then they're sitting around drawing, what do we need next? How about bad weaves?
You know what I think? I think weaves and crack, the similarities I see between weaves and crack is that sometimes they get Black people sometimes get unfairly put as the majority of the users, right?
That's true.
Because I've dated women outside of black, right?
Yeah.
And they buying weaves and wigs and fake lashes.
That's true. Dominicans and stuff like that.
Just as much. Yep. And I'm sitting here like, damn. Or they might put on a headscarf at night too. And it's like, damn, bitch, like, the fuck is you doing?
I mean, a headscarf, we wear do-rags. So, I think there is that. So
right. But I think one thing that we're talking about too is the extensions and hair that's naturally already your grade.
Yeah.
And putting on a whole wig when your hair grows like mine, right?
Bro, I never knew. So this
or
like,
the tracks, or when we see like the tracks, or like the lines.
I never knew what was under them wigs. I never knew that when I saw a woman with a wig, right? And I probably need one right now with this. Bro, I never knew that there's a full stocking cap under that.
With the AI braids.
Oh my God. Like I said before on Clubhouse, so you go to sleep at night looking like a cat burglar.
God damn.
So think about how hot it is under there. Like think about a hot day and you're walking around with a sky. You might as well go rob a bank after that. You can just pull the stocking cap from under the weave over your face.
Yeah, it's a stocking. It's the
like the new set it off.
With the stocking cap. And then you put the whatever shit they put around that shit. Then you put the wig on top of that shit and the glue and all that other things. And my thing sometimes is like, for what? Like, for what? How do we go from froze and
so there's a glue under there too?
Yeah, sometimes it can get under the scalp. It's like a
whole arts and crafts project.
It can get under the scalp, and people have died from infections from weaves and wigs. And my thing too, sometimes I think about how far Black people have got from like Black Pride to where you had your afros, had your natural hairstyles.
Remember Free from 106 in Park?
Yeah, she was fine.
Yeah.
But you don't see women. I mean, you do see some women rocking their natural hair, which I do love. But I don't like when they're walking around like the blue wigs, like the yellow wigs, like the Power Ranger color wigs. Like, that's just not my type. It's not my style, bro. Like,
I think, you know what I think it's like? I think the wig changes. Like, I think it's like it's like Venom. The movie
like a personality
Venom. It's like when the wig is Venom. When they put it on, it changes them into something.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
Nah, I agree. I agree. It's a whole new character that they put on. They put on the wig. But what I do see too is these guys like with whole receding hairlines.
Oh my God!
Like the whole wig industry now is. But that's the blurred lines of masculinity now. And all that but see, that's the blurred line of masculinity sometimes, where it's like, okay, I understood people wore toupees like 20 years, like all time, like dudes wear like fake hair, right? But what I'm saying, it's a blurred line of masculinity where like you see dudes getting like tummy tucks and fake abs, or like they're going around getting like fake hair extensions and shit, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll one day they'll have like a Kodak like fade next to they have like big ass dress like me, and it's like masculine men don't feel that subconscious to like put hair extensions in.
The only thing I've ever
get
considered
like fake
doing
abs
is like, I understand men who take steroids, right?
Yeah, I understand.
I understand that, but like, you know, even all these things have a long-term effect. Like the woman I saw last night at the gas station was gorgeous. Like she's telling people about her BBL.
Right.
You're not just washing that off out the shower. Okay. That's permanently attached to you. Okay. And so
BBL culture, that's another epidemic that's going on.
That's the new crack.
And the reason why I don't like it, I like it. But like I said,
too,
where there's a culture, there's a count where you have the like button was here to be inspirational and it's kill people, right? Yeah. So like there's things that have been brought to the earth that have meant to do good, and there's always a duality to everything. So when I say that with the BBL, right? To me, it's for women who already kind of have a figure, already got something to work with, and then you're just getting a butt lift, you're getting some fats like that. Like you're already kind of there, but you kind of need that extra push, right? Which is cool. But what I have seen is box-shaped built bitches putting $10,000 in her body, and now they're built like an ant, or it's been a bitch who's been fat all her life, and now she got the fat sucked out of one area and put to another, and now they're completely different people. And it's like the dudes that are dating these women, their body structure isn't built like that. That's one thing people got to know. Like your body structure, like where your genes go, is hereditary. Like if you're built like a upside down triangle, right? Your kids are going to be built like an upside down triangle. Like, you know, when girls are like coming up.
I'm naturally lean. I don't have like any fat people like in my bloodline.
Right.
Or I don't eat a lot of either. I eat maybe once or twice a day.
Right. Or, you know, some girls like big titties is like hereditary, like a fat ass.
It is hereditary. I gotta be, that is a, but that man, I gotta be honest, bro. Like, oh God, we're gonna get to talk about this. Dude, when that's hereditary, that's amazing. Like that, bro, because I didn't see, dude.
Yeah.
It's like a blessing. And then you got and what's funny about it is like the main ones that be having the hereditary, they be cutting them off.
But you know what,
bro?
I also
Like,
see it
dude,
like this.
there's a girl on Instagram right now, like that's got like, and she's like 20 years old, 22 or something like that. It's like you're blessed, and it's like, oh, I think I'm gonna cut them down. I mean, I guess the back pain and all that, but like, what's the pain that's gonna come with the BBLs or the breast implants?
The pain that's gonna come from it is when you have a kid or you have a daughter and your daughter is growing up how she's naturally supposed to be shaped, but then her mom, who's got all this work done, doesn't look anything like it.
What does that
and
look
then
like
trying
at 50? What does a BBL
we
look
don't
like
know
at
yet.
55? Yeah,
We
I
don't
know.
know yet.
That's the crazy thing about
it.
that. Like, what if it's, you know,
it may
what
be
if
a whole
it's like
diaper booty community.
Bro, what if it's like crack? Right? Like, what if it's like, you know, because I guess like
The
in the
long-term
beginning,
effects.
bro, like literally like the first time crack, it's a party drug.
Everybody
And then
crack. Because, you know, it's been a problem. People that, like, when crack first dropped, it was freebasing. Like, it wasn't shit.
Yeah. Like, so they don't know.
Like, Richard Pryor was freebasing.
Or fucking, or like even the people who do Molly. And then they don't eventually realize it's heroin.
Yeah.
So it's like, what is the end of this BBL movement? What does this look like 10 years from now?
And a lot of them are getting it taken out. That's what
What
I do.
damage is done when you take it out? Like, bro, like you've already cut yourself up to put it in. What does it look like when you take it out?
Also, because you have put fat in those areas, that's where fat's going to be transferred to. Like, that's just genetics. That's what I'm telling you. Like, your genetic makeup is crazy. Like, you're taking, like, you got a fat stomach because that's where all the fat gets transferred to, right?
Yeah.
You have certain women who are naturally built like Coca-Cola bottles.
Yeah.
Like, naturally, their shape is like that.
Yeah.
But if your shape's not like that, and then you're fucking up where the fat gets transferred, because now you're putting it in your butt, then you're taking it out. Now, your body's gonna get thrown out of whack and you may swell up like a fucking balloon because your body is so confused on where to transfer the fat. It just transferred to a whole bunch of other places. Like, now you got fat ass arms for no reason. Now your neck's fat as fuck for no reason because the body doesn't know where their body isn't conditioned to transfer fat to its traditional genetic makeup. So that's why when they'll take it out, put it in.
Dude,
what if, see a lot of people like weird as hell.
What if it's like the asbestos for what? Like, remember the asbestos? They put it in all the buildings, right?
Right.
Then it ended up causing cancer. What if this stuff ends up causing like a major, like, bro? Like, what if there's like what if there's like BBL zombies that like rise from? I'm
like
telling you,
class action lawsuit. Like,
bro, like did you have a BBL between the years of 2018 and 2030?
Like, all that was poison we need to take because, you know, even with fake boobs, like the whole silicone thing, people didn't realize you got to get them changed out every fucking 10 years until like the 90s and 2000s start coming. You start seeing a whole bunch of your favorite models and old bitches with like seeping fucking implants and affecting titties. But like nobody gave a fuck in the late 80s when everybody was getting fake tits, right?
Oh my God.
Nobody cared in the fake 90s when you had like big ass balloons. But then 2000s came around, them old ass ladies with them big ass Dolly Partons.
Yeah,
the bitches was ripping through the skin and forming whole mold and shit, and motherfuckers had to get them taken out.
Yeah.
So a lot of time you just gotta watch and you just gotta wait for history to repeat itself.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where this goes. Where do you think we're going? Like, I mean, it's just like there's so many things we've been hit by at once. It's like okay, so
we're in warp speed.
We are. Like, I remember Tucker Carlson said something about like how fast things are changing and people can't adapt to these quick changes.
Every 2 years is like 8 months.
I gotta be honest. What is the biggest change I saw was Instagram. Like, I've never seen anything change the relationships between people, especially the relationship between men and women, like Instagram.
It was the most superficial thing you can do. You don't get followers off of your intellect. You don't get followers off your perspective, your point of view, your life experience. You're literally getting followers off of the best aesthetically pleasing picture you can post.